Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. I hope they're all doing okay. My name is Imra and today we're going to talk about FSC. One question I used to ask a lot was, is Ratta as helpful as concepts? The short answer is yes. The long answer is, well, just accept the short answer. And this brings us to our next question, which is how to prepare for FSC. First thing first, I'm a biology student and I cannot tell you about computer. With that being said, you definitely need Ratta in biology because the whole S chapter of Animalia in biology class 12, and it is the most important chapter of your lives if you plan to give MD care future. If you don't, skip this and I'll see you in 5 years with my Mercedes Benz. Just kidding, I'm gonna type rock. In order to get those 2 marks in biology in short questions, you will need to know 3 things: definition, example, explanation/diagram. Now the explanation part is a little tricky because, well, you have to explain the whole thing in 2 to 3 lines, which can be a little tricky, but if you're able to master this technique, then trust me, it will help you in future a lot. Because the whole purpose of writing explanation in the first place is so that the checker does not deduct any marks, but also get impressed by your presentation so that he or she be a little bit lenient towards your paper. The question is this enough? No. But I'll explain this in the next section because right now we're going to talk about physics. In physics, the same process is followed as biology. In chemistry, as far as I remember, they're mostly numericals in chemistry's first year. So if you're anything like me, then you'll probably like chemistry short questions. But don't worry, you still have plenty of options. For other short questions, you do need to read the whole book. So I think that sucks for you. And in second year, the same pattern is followed: definition, example, how to stand out. Now, if you want your checker to be happy with your paper, then you need to make your paper super easy for him or her. We're not sexy, sir. Hey, me again. How do we do this exactly? I'm coming to the point, Mini-Me. Are you... Grown-ups are talking. Kids these days. Okay guys, so this is the presentation that you can see on the screen. You can see I have highlighted some words and this is the key to all your problems. Not kidding at all. I have highlighted these words which are either the exact answer or tells the checker that I know what I'm writing. Hence, there's a good chance that the checker, instead of reading the whole 2 to 3 lines, will just look at these and will probably not see my answer thoroughly. Warning, don't do it if you're unsure of the answer. The other thing is to have 2 to 3 markers with you. The one marker, as you can see on the screen, is used for highlighting words or just for some simple headings. The second marker is used to write question number or to draw a box for the diagram. It is also used for headings in the numericals. Lastly, this one is used for writing subjective case or to write the main topics of your long questions. It can also be used to draw margins. But for that you need to cut the marker. You can check the above video on how to do it. It will save your time and will give your paper a nice touch. Alright. Good diagrams make good impressions. It's not very important to draw diagrams in physics, but it's super important that you do it in biology in order to get that 2 marks. I don't know what's the rule is now, but when I was in FSC, even the teachers present in the classroom didn't know if they're allowed to give us extra sheets or not. Keeping that in mind, I would advise you to write your long question in at least minimum 1 sheet, means 4 pages or 4 sides. I would personally advise to not use guides, especially for biology. But overall, I would literally suggest you to not buy any guide for biology, chemistry or physics. The most you have to buy is probably for short questions for physics or probably chemistry, but do not read your long questions from the guide instead of books, because your books are going to be very helpful, especially when you're going to prepare for MCAT. This is the mistake that I've seen so many students do, and then in the end they're like, how am I supposed to do that? I've never heard of it and blah blah blah. So please do not make this mistake ever. Because in science subjects, you're not getting number for writing extra, but instead you're getting number for writing the exact lines or concepts which you have studied in your books. Now let's move on to the objective case. In order to get full marks, you need to read each and everything of the book. I'm not kidding, seriously guys. You need to know about the topics, you need to know the side boxes, because examiners just love to check our knowledge from the side boxes. Now, there are a lot of things you need to know about FSC, but still there are some tips that probably you need to know to get really good marks in FSC, because it really helped me. Number one, always do one extra short questions in each short question section. The reason why I'm saying this is that it will help you if you ended up getting one question wrong. Besides, it also feels good to know that you have done something to prevent losing those 2 marks if you do ended up getting one question wrong. Also, it will help you to increase your speed, as now you have to do 2 extra questions in the given time. Number 2 is time management. Time management is your lifesaver here. This is the time management pattern that I used to follow. Still, after using this, I used to have enough time to go through my paper at least one time. So the key is to increase your speed, which you will only be able to do so if you give enough tests. So make sure you have your watch with you in the exams. Number 3, as soon as you get your exams, start drawing marker lines. The reason why I'm saying this is I've seen so many students who just leave it at the last moment and then end up regretting it because they forgot about it. So don't be like this. Trust me, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes. Number 4, go with this attitude that you have studied each and everything, because you have. And even if you haven't, then there's nothing you can do about it right now, because you did your best. Never ever leave anything untouched. I mean it. Like, literally don't leave anything blank. Write anything, but do write. Try to avoid answering different questions, because the question that you were supposed to answer in 4 minutes, now you're answering 2 questions in those 4 minutes, which is impractical a little. Past papers are your best friends. Check the repeated questions. Trust me, there is 90% chance that you will get those repeated questions in your exam. If you don't, then you're just unlucky like me. Not kidding at all. Before getting your paper, make sure that you ask your examiner if they're going to give you extra sheets. Close your books at 6 p.m. the day before your exam. There's nothing you can do that will suddenly bring you to top 5 or something. So just accept this and relax, pray, and just do your best.
This is my presentation. This will give you a little bit idea of what I was talking about in my video.
And let's see what else. I think I've told you everything at this point, but even if I'm unable to answer any of your concern, then feel free to ask me in the comments. I will try my best to answer it the best of my ability, or I may make another video to address those questions. Inshallah, next video will be about the remaining subjects, but if you want me to tell you more thoroughly about each subject, then feel free to tell me in the comments and I'll start working on it. As numericals, as the other thing, never, if they are going to extra sheets. I'm so tired. Things I do for you, YouTube. And this is it, and I hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe, and feel free to pray for me, because God knows I need it. And Allah Hafiz.